I said I didn't want any eggs.
You always have eggs.
I said I'll have toast this morning. I can please myself what I have for breakfast, can't I?
You do what you want.
Besides, I can't face food after a sleepless night.
Here we go again.
I don't want any impudence, ma'am.
I'm not being... I'm sorry, but if you've had a sleepless night, it's entirely your own fault.
My fault?
Yeah. Who's making a mountain out of a molehill and aggravating us both stupid? It's not me.
You've not changed your mind again about taking this stupid job?
No, and it's not a stupid job. It's a nice and a suitable job.
It's not suitable for you.
Well, what is then? Cooking and cleaning and washing for you? Is that what you call a suitable job?
Oh, don't make out you're so hard done by. Half the time you're just leaning over the counter chatting. Plenty of lasses only be too pleased to change places with you.
They'd be more than welcome.
So your father doesn't count anymore?
Of course you do, Dad. Anyway, Gamma Garment's only on Rosamond Street. I'll still be able to pop home and do your dinner.
Running home's a full-time job.
You just said I spend half the day doing nought.
Well, at least you'll be here to deal with anything that crops up. You'll only be skimping once you go down there all day.
Get someone in. Pay someone to do it. You can afford it.
Why should I have to get a stranger in when I've got a perfectly capable daughter?
Because I am your daughter. I'm not your skivvy and I'm not your wife. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Bad enough when your mam died, but at least I had one consolation, or so I told myself. I had a daughter. I'd still have a woman round the house.
You still will have. I'm not emigrating. Oh, wait, look at the time. Don't be late my first day at work.
You're going, then? Oh, I see.
Well, don't wish me good luck, will you?
Does she have her brasses polished or are they lacquered?
Oh, I was just thinking, I should really be starting the countdown.
Starting the what?
The countdown for the 1 o'clock blast-off.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, it's all right. It's not swearing. The Americans say it.
The Americans say a lot of things I wouldn't care to repeat.
I can't quite believe she'll come walking through them doors just as if she'd never been away.
I, for one, could wish she hadn't.
How do you mean, Clara?
Oh, well, I'm just being silly.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, she has them polished, does them herself regular every week. When she's here, like.
You what?
The brasses you was asking.
Oh, no, what I was getting at was I've just got fond of this job and now it's all fizzled out.
Oh, I see. Well, you didn't know it was only temporary.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, but I expect you'll get another one quite soon. But you see, I know what it is. You get used to the place. You get your own routine. You get to know where everything is.
Yes, like Monday's my step day, Tuesday's me windows, Wednesdays. And it's not just that. It's the money as well.
Oh, yes, the little bit of extra, it means a lot, doesn't it? But I expect you'll get something else.
Perhaps. I shall miss our little talks and all, Minnie. I'm not denying that.
Oh, but we must still keep friends. You must come in and see me whenever you feel like.
Oh, you won't want me now that you've got your friend back.
Oh, it won't make any difference at all. He'll make you welcome just the same as I did.
Not at first, you didn't. Almost blacked me eye that day.
Oh, well, I didn't know that you was going to be you, if you see what I mean. Yeah. Oh, well, I'd best go and put these in her bed to air it for her.
Everything ready for the return of the prodigal, so to speak?
I must say I'm looking forward to meeting this Mrs. Sharples. I've heard so much about her.
Oh, yes. Well, she is a very interesting character.
Friendly like, is she?
Oh, well, she likes to get to know about people.
Interested in folk, is she?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Caldwell, I was just wondering, do you think a few flowers, a little more welcoming? I'm sure the committee funds would run to something in that direction.
Oh, yes, that would be lovely. Now, everything's done except just the last minute little bits, you know.
Splendid. I'll be round about 1:45. I think this is an occasion for an official welcome.
Oh, is the Lord Mayor coming?
No, I am. Well, back to the grindstone. I must set my new assistant a good example.
Oh, have you got help in now? Oh, you will be glad.
Yes, Sandra, Petty, didn't you know?
Oh, I didn't think her dad was keen on her going out to work.
Oh, I think he's over that now. I'm sure he's a very understanding man at heart. Well, good day, ladies. See you at 0 hour.
Oh, yes.
right?
No, it's slow, if anything. Now, Mum, the sooner you get this over with, the better.
You know, there's a woman at our place. She says she loves eating raw kipper. Says it tastes better than smoked salmon.
Go on, I couldn't fancy it.
Oh, my head's thumping.
Perhaps it's that sleeping tablet you took last night. Would you like a fresh cup of tea?
No, there isn't time. The inquest is at 11 and Lel'll be here any minute.
It'll be all right.
Will it?
Honest.
I keep thinking about it. It's the thought of the inquest, all them people there prying into your private affairs, strangers.
Let them. Let them pry as much as they like. You've not to be ashamed of, man.
Aye. That's what I tell myself, but I'm the only one that ever believes it.
I believe it.
Well, then you always were a nutter, weren't you?
Ah, come on. Where's that old fighting spirit? Is this the terror of Coronation Street talking? The woman who twice took on Ena Sharple single-handed?
Aye. That's me, isn't it? A backstreet harridan, brawling and bitching with the rest of them.
Now, look, you, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get some lipstick on and make yourself look presentable. When you've not got mascara running halfway down your face, you can knock spots off any of them.
How are we doing then?
She's ready, aren't you?
I suppose so.
Right. Let's be having it.
I just can't get my mind off it.
No, it's a shocking ordeal to have to go through.
And there's his wife, poor woman.
Oh, that must have been a blow. You know, the way these tragedies strike, you never think it can happen to you, do you?
No. Makes you think. We should count our blessings daily. Instead of that, we just grumble. Hello, lovey. You should fit to be up.
Oh, I'm fine. Any chance of a cup of tea?
Yes, I'll go and put the kettle on.
Well, Elsie Tanner will be in court by now.
Yes, that's just what we were saying.
Ah, it's rough luck.
On Elsie or his wife.
On them both, love.
Oh, you finished in there, Mrs. Hampton?
Oh, well, I just want to give this table a second going over. Can't take no chances, not with her coming back.
If Mrs. Sharples is dissatisfied with the high standard of cleanliness in this public house, she can obtain her milk stouts elsewhere.
You know, I can just imagine it.
Yes, Tara, I've had a lovely holiday. And I can see I'm not the only one what's done no work for 3 months.
It's not difficult, really. It just seems a little confusing at first. By the end of the week, you'll know your way around as well as I do.
Oh, I'm sure I will, Miss Nugent. I can pick things up dead quick when I put my mind to it. Though my dad thinks I'm a bit dim at times.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Well, it's just that I'm not really very interested in the shop. Our shop, I mean. You don't really get a raving enthusiasm for baked beans, do you?
No, I suppose not.
But this is different.
Maybe, but it's still hard work.
I'm not afraid of hard work, Miss Nugent. Well, I mean, if I want a job to fritter my time away, I can do that at home.
You want something you can get your teeth into?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I've got to fight for me independence, it's got to be something worth fighting for.
Fight? Oh, you mean the trouble you've had convincing your father?
Yeah. Where'd you say you put them socks?
Oh, I've changed a few things round since you helped out last time. Over here. The nylon on top, woolen pleat. Oh, good morning, Mr. Petty. We're just showing Sandra the layout.
Never mind that. You can't brush me off with your meek and mild little ways.
Beg your pardon?
I've met women like you before. Wouldn't say boot or goose, but you make Marine commanders look like babes in arms when it comes to strategy.
Dad, Mr. Petty, I haven't
It's time you and me had this thing sorted out, miss.
Well, certainly.
Good.
Dad, I've already told you it's no use.
Now, you keep out of this. You've done enough damage. Worming your way in between father and daughter.
Worming me way?
Aye, mate, trying to persuade me to...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, well, very well then.
Dad, you've
Trying to persuade you to arrange his all fertilite behind his back.
Mr. Petty, if you feel you've a grievance, I'm perfectly willing to discuss it with you. But this isn't the time or the place.
Oh, very crafty.
I am not being crafty. I'll be only too glad to sort out... I'll come and see you at lunchtime. Will that do?
I suppose it'll have to.
I'm sorry, Miss Nugent. Honestly, never thought he'd come busting in
Put that lingerie away and put it in its box. It's not an old rag. Yes?
There, do them look all right? Oh, you've done them lovely, most artistic. Now, come and sit you down.
That was the best that Forbes has had. Dad did have 1 or 2 plants, but they looked half dead to me.
Oh, those'll do fine, and thanks very much for going. It gave me time to finish your bedroom.
Hey, I'm fair whacked.
Oh, well, we've got a good hour to put us feet up. I'll get one of those nice shortbread biscuits to your cup of tea. Tina!
Well, who else were you expecting? Hey, who's been knocking the street down while I've been away? What's happened at number 7?
Oh, but you're not due back yet.
I'm very sorry. I'll go and camp outside of my doorstep for an hour, shall I?
Oh, Ina, welcome back. Oh, it's lovely to have you home again.
Well, I'm not denying it. It's very good to...
Oh, that's Mrs. Midgley. She's been looking after the place while you've been away.
Oh, has she?
Have a good holiday, did you? Well, I'll just go and pour you a cup of tea. It's only just brewed.
You're not very thorough, are you, Mrs. Midgley?
Oh, I'm sorry. They must have slipped out of my coat pocket. We've been in that much of a tizzy this morning getting everything nice for you.
Very good of you, Mrs. Midgley.
Well, go on, Ina. Tell us all about it.
Well, let me get in.
Oh, it must have been the thrill of a lifetime. I like your frock, very fetching.
That's what I can say about yours. Nobody with your complexion should ever wear beige. Hey, what's been happening out there? What have I missed?
Oh, well, I want to hear all about you and your trip, Ina.
Oh, do you? Well, I've seen a lot of sights, and I've been to a lot of places. But you can take it from me, there's no place like home.
Can I do anything for you, Ina?
Yes. I never did like white flowers. You can get rid of them for a start.
Is that it?
I think so.
Come on, darling, let's go and have some steak and chips. It'll make you feel a ton better.
I wanted to know all the details.
The magistrate?
Yeah,
Well, he would, wouldn't he?
I suppose so.
You only told him the truth. You couldn't do anything else, love.
I know that.
Did anyone say anything?
They didn't have to.
Oh, for Pete's sake, you only just met the fella.
I know.
Did anyone question that?
No.
That's it, then.
Oh, Len, I feel awful and low and dirty and guilty.
It's enough of that, darling. Sit down.
Len, if only I'd never gone to that place.
Darling, life's like that. It's full of ifs, isn't it? Elsie, what does it matter what they think? Whatever they think, we know Elsie Tanner, don't we?
Do we?
Elsie,
I wonder.
You're as good as any of them. You're far better than most. And you know who says that?
Oh,
Fairclough. Well, no one ever argues with him.
you're a pal, Fairclough.
Yeah, and I'm a starving pal, Tanner, so come on, get that steak down there.
No, I can't go yet.
I thought you said they'd finished with it.
It's Mrs. Maxwell. She's still in court.
His wife.
I've got to talk to her, Len.
That won't do any good. It won't do you or her any good.
Don't
Now, come on.
argue, Len.
How's your brother Tom, Ina? Oh, it must have been a wonderful moment, that meeting.
Yes, it was.
After all them years. Is the house as grand as it looks on photo? Did you see any film stars? Oh, did you go to the top of the Empire State Building?
I've got plenty to tell you, but all in good time.
Oh, Ina.
Well, it'll help to pass the long winter evenings. In the meantime, I've a few questions I want to ask.
Oh, it's all right. Everything's been took good care of, you'll
Oh,
find.
Ina's not referring to that now. I've got a list here. Here it is. 1, number 7's fell in. 2.
You've not been drafted to MI5 while I've been away, have you?
I don't think so, Ina.
Why are you giving it me in code?
I'm not.
Well, see, it's just a perfectly straightforward message, is it?
Yes, Ina.
I see. Number 7's fell in. Of course, only a half-wit like me that wouldn't understand it.
Yes, Ina. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. No, I mean, number 7, the house in Coronation Street, it fell down.
Yes, well, I could see that.
No, it didn't. It started to fall down. They had to call Fairclough in to demolish it proper.
Anybody heard?
No.
Well, then what made it fall down?
Oh, it was subsistence.
I
they
knew
said.
it. Have I or haven't I always said we'd have trouble with that mining under our feet?
No, I don't know.
Yes, you have, Ina.
Right. Number 2.
Pardon?
Number 2 on your list, you crate egg.
Oh. Irma Ogden and David Barlow got engaged at Speedwell Cavern.
By gum, it's right. Dark deeds need doing in dark places. Next.
Elsie Tanner's got involved in some trouble over a man.
No changes, does it?
She's been brought up in court.
He were an accountant.
She were in his car.
He was in his car, dead. She upped and fled.
And the police came today, and it's the inquest today. Oh, I think that's all.
By gum. It's a good job I caught that plane, isn't it?
I'm very grateful.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Mrs. Maxwell, please. I must talk to you. Go away. Take me home, then.
If it's no good, we can change it. Ta, love, I'm sure it'll fit. Try. Sandra?
Yeah.
If I seemed a little abrupt earlier... What I mean is I didn't mean to snap. That is, I shouldn't have done.
Honest, Miss Nugent, should be me apologising to you. Well, I was trying to when
Yes, I know.
If the floor could have swallowed me up. I was shattered when he came in like that.
I must confess I was somewhat taken aback myself.
Yeah. I should have told you.
You'd accepted this job without his permission. Yes, Sandra, you should.
Well, I thought if you thought he didn't want me to, you wouldn't have had me.
I should certainly have had to think twice about it.
Well, like this, I'm here. I've got me cards. I'm a proper employee. I sort of hoped... Should have known better.
What, that he'd accept it as a fait accompli and take it lying down? Yes, you should have known better.
You seem to know my dad pretty well.
Not really, but I know mine. They're very much out of the same mould, your father and mine.
Are they?
I can remember locking horns, so to speak, on more than one occasion.
Then you're on my side. You'll stick up for me.
I said I understand your actions, Sandra. That doesn't mean I excuse them. It was wrong of you to deceive us both like that. Very wrong.
Yeah, no.
Still, all isn't lost yet. Perhaps I can sort something out when I see him at lunchtime.
You'll try then?
Yes, I'll try. After all, it's in my interest too, isn't it? Yes, Mr. Ogden.
Have you any belts, love?
Any particular kind?
Oh, no, that'll do. I thought I'd treat myself to a new one with her coming back, you know. Britain's gift to America. Return with thanks. My old one's getting a bit dodgy, too.
Yes, I must say, Mr. Ogden, I'd hate to be caught with my trousers down when she returned. If you know what I mean.
Ah, you're a bit behind the times, love. She's back. Large as life and twice as ugly.
Are you sure?
Positive, huh? And Stan has been flying over the vestry there for the last hour. Ah, Your Majesty's definitely back in residence.
Mrs. Sharples, how lovely.
How do you do?
Well, Patty, she looks just the same, doesn't she, eh?
Oh, if you thought I'd be back with a platinum blonde hair and a plunging neckline, you're in for a disappointment.
Did you have a good journey home?
Yes, barring the aspic.
The what?
Aspic. It's the only thing them airlines understand. Everything comes dolled up in aspic. I can't stomach this stuff.
Still, flying over the Atlantic, it must have been a tremendously thrilling experience.
Oh, I don't know. Just soon have a good coach trip to Blackpool. Anyone in there?
Yes, ready and waiting for you, just like old times.
Right. Excuse me. Just like old times, eh?
Oh, hello, Ina. Who
you can't have done all your unpacking yet.
No, I haven't, but I felt in need of refreshment. But if I'm in the way...
Oh, no, Ina. It's her back, you see, isn't it, Clara? She were going to get up for it, weren't you, Clara?
Are you all right, Millie, love?
That's my chair you're sitting on.
Oh, well, there's a spare chair here.
I don't sit on no spare chairs.
Ina means she has her own chair.
Oh.
You're sitting on it.
Oh, well, makes no odds to me. One chair's much the same as another, isn't it? So long as it's not low. I can't sit on a low chair, not with my back. They've had physiotherapists and
If your friend's going to sit in Martha's old chair, she better start right.
What Ina means is you could be getting us drinks in.
Oh, I see.
Is it still milk stout, Ina?
I've been dreaming of this moment for the last 4 months.
Can't you get it there, then? I thought you could get everything in America.
Everything? They haven't even got pubs. Now then, what's that Tanner woman been up to?
Go on, Elsie, darling, sit down. I'll put the kettle on.
So, you saw for yourself. Now perhaps you'll believe me.
Believe you what?
He thinks I've known him for years.
She also thinks that you've been tucked away in some little love nest, dripping in diamonds, with a little tarty French maid to let your gentleman callers in. Elsie, darling, she's only got to come here.
Not exactly penthouse living, is it?
That's my point.
Why didn't she believe me? Why did she have to think the worst?
What makes you think she does?
You saw her, heard her, didn't you?
Elsie, look, she's had one heck of a shot, much more than you've had. She was married to him.
I know.
She's half out of her wits as it is, so what do you expect?
I suppose so.
I can't see why you're so obsessed as to what she thinks of you. It's been nasty, it's all over and done with, it's finished. And that's all there is. You'll never see it again, you know.
I don't know, Len.
You won't. Look, I may sound a bit callous, but we've all got to go sometime, you know. And when it comes to be my turn, I only hope that you're sitting next to me.
What's that got to do with it?
Why are you so persecuting yourself all the time?
Len, if I hadn't have gone to that place and I hadn't have met him, he hadn't had those extra drinks, he might not have died.
Give me strength. If my old lady had married a Yank instead of Ned Fairclough from Fazakerley, I might have been the President of the United States by now.
Len, let's drop it, shall we?
Delighted.
Thought you were putting the kettle on.
Aye, the magic words got round.
Oh, I saw your van out. I thought perhaps you were back.
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago.
How'd it go?
What, the inquest?
Huh?
Just as we expected. Death from natural causes.
Oh, that's a relief, huh? It's all over with.
Did you hear that, love? Did you hear what he said? It's all over with.
Honest, I never thought he could be so rude. Well, I mean, I know he's bad enough from what our Irma tells me, but she can give as good as she gets. Poor Miss Nugent, though, she's a different kettle of fish.
Oh, I don't know. I think the fella gets a bit panic-struck when he finds he's losing control of his kids.
Well, depends on the man. I mean, my Stan's never had control over his to lose.
Of course, they all have their little rebellious moments. A wise parent has to learn how to deal with them.
Oh, yeah, but that's no way to deal with anything. I mean, going in the shop and blackguarding poor Miss Nugent from hill to burn.
I'm sure you're mistaken, Mrs.
Oh,
Ogden.
no, I'm not. Interfering, he called her. Furtive, he called her. Crafty, he called her. Well, I mean, if that's not blackguarding, I don't know what is.
Yes, but I think the whole thing is purely a misunderstanding. And we have all been victims of those.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Tanner. Did it go off all right?
I suppose you could
Yeah,
say.
went off fine now. Who's having what, eh?
Oh, does that include me?
Everything includes you, love.
Oh, well, Tan, I'll have a small sherry.
I'll have a tomato juice.
That'll be 2 pints, a small sherry, and a big gin and tonic for Elsie.
I suppose you've seen who's back.
No. Hello, darling. Did you leave the Empire State Building in one piece?
Shut up, you daft.
Well, I don't want to tell you what, you've had 1 or 2 peoples while I've been away, haven't you?
If you really want to know, Mrs.
I mean Douglas Hume resigning and Heath Pippin maudlin at the Post.
Oh, I see. Welcome home, Mrs. Sharples. Did you have a nice time?
Very nice, thank you.
Well, seeing as though it's a long time no see, will you have a drink to celebrate?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Jack, it's milk stout for eeny, meeny, miny, and thank heaven there ain't no more.
Oh, you've been a bit of a spotted bobber.
Yes, that's about the size of it.
You'll weather it. Trouble and you have never been strangers.
I know, but every blow knocks a bit more stuffing out of you.
Well, give over frowning. It'll give you more frinkles than you've got already. Well, according to this, it's all over, isn't it?
Aye, that's what they say.
Well, isn't it?
I don't know. I've got a funny feeling it isn't.